Hey guys, FLW Tour Pro Brandon Hunter here, and the fish are just now getting ready to get out on the ledges out here on the Tennessee River. We're out here on Kentucky Lake, and I want to just go through a quick run through on what you need to do to set up your Lowrance units so that you can catch more fish this summer. Okay, so you see a lot of guys that run the dual units. Dual units are not necessarily a must-have. It makes things nice, and I'm going to show you real quick what your advantages and disadvantages and that kind of stuff is as far as what you've got on one screen versus the other. Just real quick, on the main homepage on the Lowrance Gen 3, these things are super user friendly, really easy to use. You can make your own page. They actually come preset with some of the pages that you can use as well, but we're going to create a new page here, and one thing I like to do on my left hand unit is we'll drag chart right there, and we'll put sonar over here on the right hand side, and you click save, and then it pops up, and then you can customize that unit however you want to. You can make the panels bigger or smaller. You can put all your data overlay, your GPS speed, your depth, your water temperature, that sort of thing on this unit here. And if you've only got one unit, the nice thing about these is all you got to do is create a new one, chart here, sonar here, structure, and structure. Real simple. Hit save, and then you've got everything that you need. If you've got one single unit here, then you've got everything you need: your chart, sonar, down imaging, and side imaging, all right here. Okay, so let's talk real quick about your chart setup. Usually when you turn these things on out of the box, your chart is pretty much ready to go. One thing that I like to do, especially with the 0.1 antenna, they actually recommend under chart options that your orientation is heading up. That's because the 0.1 antenna actually has a heading sensor, a compass inside it. So a lot of guys like to run the north up. That keeps your map facing north all the time. I personally run the heading up. And pretty much that's the only thing that you have to change depending on what you like. One thing that I will talk about real quick: take advantage of your trails. Hit pages, trails, new, start a new trail each day you're going out. The reason I say that, let's say in an FLW tour event, I've got a 3-day practice. First day is a black trail, second day is a red trail, third day is a blue trail. And that way I know, okay, Sunday was a black trail, this is when I found this school. Not only does it help you, in practice, but what it'll also do is when you're out there doing your figure eights, or you're scanning down a river ledge, going straight down the ledge, you can always turn around and go back down that same trail. Always use your trails. Take advantage of that. So that's pretty much it on the chart, other than doing your edit overlay, putting your speed in there. One thing I like to run is my estimated position error, and what that is, a lot of people don't even run that, but the EPE, that gives you a better idea what kind of satellite reading you're getting at the moment. That way you know how close you can get to a waypoint and how far off you're off of it. So hopefully that helps you out setting up your chart page. Okay, setting up your main sonar page. Everything from Lowrance default is pretty dang close. You don't have to do anything to it. Everything's going to come in auto. I do change my sensitivity. I like to adjust it somewhere between 68 and 72% is always pretty close. That's where you're getting your better reading. Sonar's pretty simple. Color line 76%, run a 200 frequency all the time. One thing to keep in mind: anytime you're reading down imaging or 2D sonar, run your range in auto. On over to the down scan, it's pretty much the same thing. Down scan, your contrast is anywhere from 65% to 72%. Couple different palette colors that you can use. Palettes are nothing more than a personal preference. There's a lot of different color palettes that Lowrance gives you. You've got a blue here. Here's the original number 6 is the brown that we always had. A lot of people got used to that, and that's what they still run. I find number 3 to be it really makes those dots that we're looking for really crisp and clean. And really the same thing on side imaging. It's pretty simple. One thing on side imaging: you do not run auto range. Run your range at 3 times the depth. So if you're averaging running in 20 feet, set it at about 60, and that's going to give you your best bottom coverage, your best picture as far as reading your side scan and seeing outside to side. Pretty simple. Hope these tips help you this summer out on the ledges and helps you catch more fish. it.